live.
Facebook
Live.
Houston, Texas.
Balmy Houston,
it's hot.
Texas.
What happened?
Oh, Tech Tip Tuesday now live.
I just got notified about that.
That's
too.
perfect. And if you subscribe, you also could be notified
Yay.
to when we get to ride in these beautiful cars and learn about new exciting things on your Lexus, maybe your family's cars.
Maybe.
Is there a definitive word for multiple Lexus?
Okay, this was up for debate,
Yeah.
and we even at Northside Lexus did a commercial about this.
Okay, good.
Is it Lexus, Lexuses,
Lexi,
or Lexi? We still don't know the answer, but we have decided it is a very good problem to have.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, we did a commercial about it. It's on YouTube.
Okay, go check it out.
Yeah. Check it out.
Out and about. All right.
Out and about.
What are we talking about today?
Today on Tech Tip Tuesday, we are discussing the Lexus Enform Remote App. So this means, of course, you have to have installed the application on your smartphone.
And I'm actually going to, I'm going to make sure it's
Did
running.
you hear that?
Make sure it's running. Good, we're good.
We're on, we're live.
And I'm going to share it just like you all need to.
Yeah, share, like us. Tell us where you're watching from. Ava is watching.
Good.
Eric Allen is watching.
See, because I'm going to share it.
I'm
going to share this. There we are.
Share. Thank you for your share.
Yeah, not a problem.
And I love the wow face. Can you do the wow face? So wow face us, like us, love us.
Usually I do like bombs. I do
like
those.
bombs.
Yeah.
I like bombs. I like the I'm into emojis and bitmojis.
Yeah.
I think they're pretty hysterical.
There is some good ones.
So anyway, but that's not why you're here today. We hope you're here to learn about Lexus Enform Remote.
Lexus Enform Remote, a robust tool that enables us to start and stop the car.
Yes.
Lock and unlock the doors.
Yes.
Find it in a parking lot.
Find it in its last parking place.
Last parking spots. And then a bunch of other features that we're going to go deeper into.
Yes.
My personal favorite being I'm too lazy to go check my car. I'm going to roll over and check it. Make sure I locked it. And that's my favorite.
Okay, that's good. So a lot of times we get a lot of questions about not only how to use the app, but how do you get the app? When did this start?
Right.
So depending on the model year vehicle that you have, it will or will not be compatible. So sometimes, like if you go back to 2015, 2016, you have to have navigation.
Right.
So now on the 2018s, they all have Lexus Enform Remote capability. So if you need to start your vehicle to cool it off, warm it up.
Essential here in Houston.
Well, and it's crazy temperatures.
Yeah.
So wherever you have left your climate control, that's where it will go to. So especially if you have the auto mode turned on, that's awesome. So depending on what your favorite temperature is, you'll be able to quickly go back to that. So it's going to run for 10 minutes remotely. Then you can do a second remote start. It'll run for another 10 minutes. Then the next start will require you to be in the vehicle.
Right.
So they want to make sure that you're definitely starting your vehicle. There's a lot of security and safety involved.
And that's what I was going to say. One thing you'll notice is that there's a bunch of safety steps to make this not only a safe and secure encrypted app, but also one that thinks about you first as the owner. And so we'll talk a little bit about those.
Absolutely. Okay. So when you get a new Lexus vehicle now, whether you're purchasing or leasing, you have a complimentary 1-year trial period for Lexus Enform Remote. So you have all kinds of other Lexus Enform features that are complimentary, like Safety Connect and Service Connect. On most 2018 vehicles, you're getting Safety Connect and Service Connect now for 10 years. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
But if you wanted to include Lexus Enform Remote, now it's only $80 a year or $8 a month. So it's a very affordable addition that brings a lot of great quality to your ownership experience of the vehicle. So I want to make sure you know that if you are driving in a vehicle that's compatible and you want to have Lexus Enform Remote, you can reach out to Lexus, you can reach out to us, we can assist you in setting that up.
And I can tell all my clients is utilize it, especially for that first year.
Yes.
You'll find out the benefits you like of it, and then just it's up to you to carry it on and decide whether you like it or not. And a lot of people I found have, because it is so convenient for them. And now that they've also changed the pricing to make it a lot more affordable and a la carte, so you can bundle it, or you can select, hey, I just want this, or hey, I just like that. in regards to destination assist,
right.
Enform Remote, Service Connect, Safety Connect, those kind of things. So it is a lot more user driven, so they can decide what they want to do.
I think so. So we want you to know that when you get a new vehicle, we're going to help you with the initial setup. We'll help you to customize it, but we want to take a look today at a demo feature. So we're going to give you some general explanation about what it does, how it works, but we also have a special guest today. His name is Jason Yeomans, another sales associate here at Northside Lexus. He is also a Lexus owner, and he drives his Lexus. He uses his Enform Remote on a daily basis. So he's going to visit with us today and show us how to use his remote. But you have a really cool feature that we want to show in the Smartwatch and the Apple Watch. So let's kind of dive in. Let's take a look. I'm going to just flip the camera view around and let's take a look at the phone itself. So let's try to get where I'm not getting a reflection.
There we go.
And that's pretty good. Yeah. All right, so this is what the Enform Remote main menu looks like. It does say demo mode right now because we are doing a demo. And if you are registered and logged into your vehicle, you will, of course, not see demo mode. So don't panic if yours looks a little bit different. So one of the main things that I like to point out is everything is super quick and simple and easy to identify. The one area where people have a lot of questions is actually the main menu settings up at the very top. So if we click on, they call it the hamburger. So if you click on that, you can go in and customize notifications. So that's the number one thing that I always get asked, is my phone going to drive me crazy? Well, it will drive you crazy if you want it to, but it doesn't have to. So click on vehicle alerts for me. This is where you can turn on or off email. You can turn on or off push, which is texting. It comes by default with email off, push on, doors unlocked, doors opened, and sunroof open. So what that means is if you were driving, you parked your car, you walked away from your vehicle, if you left a door unlocked or open or the sunroof open, you're going to get a text message notifying you about that.
Right.
Then you could lock the car. You cannot, however, close the sunroof. So that means you would need to return to your vehicle. So there are some things that you can do from the app, but then there are other things that you will have to come back to the vehicle for. So once you make a change with anything, you'll be able to save it. But since we're in demo mode, let's click back and let's go back to the main menu. Number one thing that people like to do, start their car.
Right.
So if we click start engine, you're going to put in a PIN. The PIN is specific to your phone. It is device specific. So if you are a couple and you're sharing a vehicle, you're going to use the same login information, but you might be able to just use different PINs. So if you have a PIN that you prefer, you can. Your PIN on an iPhone can also be linked to Touch or Face ID, which makes it very personalized.
That is nice.
Really handy. So right now it says contacting vehicle, sending request, and then processing, and then we'll get a confirmation once it's complete. Success. Now that was really fast.
Yes.
So let me tell you, normally it takes a little bit longer. So it takes about 20, I would say anywhere from 15 to, I've seen even 30 seconds. It's going to space. I mean, hello, right? So it's actually pinging off of the cell tower close to your phone and the cell tower close to your vehicle. So right now we're seeing a countdown. Obviously the countdown is also a demo, not
a lot
true to
quicker.
time.
That's right.
So when we are looking at Jason's phone in just a little bit, we'll actually see how it commands the vehicle, which is really handy. If you need to lock or unlock the car, the commands are right at the top. If you need to check the vehicle status, you can do that as well. One of the things that I think is important is the gas tank. Look at that. So not only do we have a visual indication of how much gas is left in the tank, but we have a range or a miles to empty approximation, which is very helpful. Now, when you are looking at your vehicle status, it is important to check the timestamp.
Right.
And then you have the little refresh arrow, the circular arrow. So if you need to, you can refresh that, because keep in mind, if for any reason there's not a cell signal available, you're not going to be able to gather this information.
It would just give you the last that was updated.
Correct. And so see, we just did an update and it said up 0 alerts.
I closed my door.
Clear.
I closed it.
Good. Nice job. Nice job. So let's go back to the main menu and let's talk about Vehicle Finder. This is awesome.
Let's see where the demo has us.
Right? We could be really far away. We're in the middle of the United States. We're in Colorado. We've gone skiing. We're going to Denver. It is cold enough. My family who are in Colorado have snow. No, thank you. So normally you would be locating your vehicle in a last parking place, meaning maybe you went to the theater, maybe you went to a shopping center, and you're leaving out of a different entrance, and you go, oh my goodness, where the heck is my car? And then you can start tracking to your vehicle, and it will show you as a little pin marker. And if you are getting closer to your vehicle, you're in the right track. And if you're getting farther away, turn around.
And timestamp's very important on this one as well.
Yes. Now, the other thing that I have learned about this app for the Vehicle Finder, if you are in a parking structure and it's multiple layers high, you might think you're standing right where your vehicle is, but it's actually above you. So it can't show the location with regard to which floor you're on, but it can still locate the vehicle as long as you have a cell signal for your phone and your vehicle has a cell signal.
Gotcha.
Another big favorite, guest driver. Probably teenagers' worst nightmare, but I love for people who are big valet parkers.
Yeah, this gives me the opportunity to talk about one of my favorite movies.
Okay.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Oh, goodness.
Yes.
Poor Ferris would not have been able to get away with
They
all
would
of
not
those
have been able to do it, because of our valet mode.
Right. So what I like is you can activate, deactivate. It's very important to know how to deactivate, because when you retrieve your vehicle at the valet, the vehicle does not know if it's you or the valet. So you're going to still get all kinds of notifications if you haven't turned it off. Excellent. So things that you can customize. You can set a speed limit, a curfew, a total miles driven limit, area, total time. It's not going to prevent that driver from doing these things, but it will notify you. So it does give you some capability of having a very informed discussion with your teenager or the valet manager.
That's right, the valet manager.
Excellent.
And this is going to send you notifications just like you've already set up.
Exactly.
Text message notifications. It's not going to shut the car off like you said, like bait car.
Right.
We're not bait car.
We're not.
We're
Can't
just
do that.
informed owners.
Exactly. So you'll notice you have a parameter for friend, family, guest 4, guest 5. Just remember, anything that you activate, once you're no longer needing it, please make sure to deactivate so that you're back to you as the owner being able to drive your vehicle, only receiving the type of notifications that you have set up that you want to have coming through your phone. Excellent. Any questions so far about the application on the phone? Anything you can think of?
No, I mean, like I said, the big thing I always tell people is just utilizing it and using it for what your everyday is. So the valet is a big one that I talk to people about, is if you're dropping the car off at valet, and I know we went over keys a few weeks ago, using that key to lock your valet, your glove box, but also giving them that key fob. This is just another area of safety in order to help to make your ownership experience that much better. So that's what I say with the Lexus Enform Remote App. Know how it works, utilize it, and it will do. It's very beneficial for you as an owner.
Awesome. Now, very recently, they have added a Smartwatch application. Now, this does mean you have to have brand syncing, meaning if you have Android Wear and you have an iPhone, they're not going to play well together. So you want to make sure that if you have an iPhone, you have the Apple Watch. Then you make sure that your app has synced correctly and you're able to start your vehicle and use the remote application to lock, unlock, vehicle status, vehicle finder, all of those items that we had on that main menu, except for guest driver.
Right.
So your primary functionality, of course, here is the presumption is that you are about to start the vehicle for you. Excellent. Now, something that people ask a lot about are being able to keep the car running the entire time.
Right.
So when you get into the Lexus, actually any attempt to even enter the vehicle, so if you hit unlock from your key fob, or if you were unlocking it from the door, you attempt to pull on the door handle, it shuts off. So it's kind of like a kill switch, right?
Exactly.
It's a safety feature.
Which is different than a lot of people are used to with remote starts. Because typically remote starts are an aftermarket product, and so they actually go over the current factory installed safety systems in order to start your car with you not in it. So Lexus has done all this on their own, and so as part of that, and the attention to safety, is making sure that it won't allow someone to gain access to your car and drive off with it while it's driving. So as soon as you do any one of the things Melissa talked about, open the car door, unlock it, even open Jason was telling us, opening his trunk. It'll do that kill switch, it'll stop the car, you'll get in the car, it's
just start normal.
The car. Hey, but at least it's cooled down.
Yes.
Everything is ready to go, and the car's or warmed up. Everything's ready to go, and you're good to go.
Exactly.
One of those safety systems.
Let's go talk to Jason.
Let's go check it out.
We're gonna go talk to Jason. So we're so lucky that we have Eric Allen joining us, and he's on our new vehicle sales team. And then Jason is with us, and he's on our pre-owned sales team. But we really love the Lexus vehicles, and we want to make sure that we're sharing this information with you in a really informed way so that you can be an informed driver and love your Lexus. So we're going to get into some shade. We're
informed
also
with an E.
And we want to be informed. So we want to, not only are we going to get in some shade just because we want to have shade, you also, when you are practicing using your Lexus Enform Remote, when you're using it either from your phone or from your smartwatch, you don't want to stand right by the vehicle. In fact, one of the things that happens is you get, oh wow, I'm really short. You get notifications. You get notifications that will tell you as a reminder that you don't want to be right by your vehicle.
Right.
So let's have Jason join
come on
us.
in. Welcome to Tech Tip Tuesday.
Tech Tip
Another
Tuesday.
good blue shirter here.
Yay! Everybody, this is Jason Yeomans from our pre-owned sales team. So we're so happy to have him join us. Now the car is always the star here. So we're gonna wave our little faces off to the other side of the screen. All right, so this is Jason's fabulous car. He can brag on that for you.
What is the car you drive, Jason?
It's a 2018 Lexus GS3.
There we go. Yeah. And that's what we had previously too, right?
It's my second one.
Yeah, and so you love the F Sport, the GS specifically, and you utilize the Enform Remote App as part of that.
I do.
Driver experience.
I do.
And what's the main reasons why you would use the Enform Remote App?
Two things, actually three. The main one I use is to start the car before I'm going to get in.
Right.
As you guys discussed earlier while you were inside the GX, temperatures here in Texas can fluctuate rapidly.
Yes.
All within a 24-hour period.
Uh-huh.
So as a perfect example of that, the other night, actually Sunday night, I was at my friend's house and we were watching the Rockets game outside on his patio. It was really cold outside.
Yeah.
I was sitting outside for 2 hours. It's 50 degrees. It's not exactly warm.
So Canadian summer.
Exactly. Yeah. So I decided I wanted to go ahead and start the car up before I was going to take it home. Yeah. So I started it up, let it run for 2 or 3 minutes before I hopped in, and I get in and it's nice and toasty.
Now it does remember the settings that you had in previously. So obviously it was a cooler day, so you most likely didn't have it on low.
Right.
Setting. Okay.
Right.
Okay. Good. So
Excellent.
Melissa,
yes.
You wanted him to show us how to utilize the app on his phone then?
I do, because you do get some indication, not only on the phone like we saw, but you get an indication from the vehicle. So if you are approaching the vehicle, you're going to have little lights on, things like that. So let's show like a real world experience.
So
all right, Jason, I'm going to come around so we can get a view of your phone
in the car.
Is there a glare? Can you see okay?
Bear with us.
Good.
Hey, pretty good. All right.
Okay.
And notice now we're on an Android different view. Excellent.
Okay, so I just go to my app.
And you'll see that the home screen is going to look the same. Cover your eyes.
Cover your pen.
You can't
Just
see
gonna turn it
Jason's
aside.
pen. So just to remember that he's also got the capability. Do you have Touch ID available on your phone? Is that on Android yet? Not yet?
Not sure.
Okay. All right. So again, depending on your phone, it might look a little bit different, but
So-
here it is.
Hit vehicle status, because obviously we want to see where you just left it. You were in the car a minute ago.
Yep.
So let's see what your vehicle status says.
Uh-oh, there's an alert.
Well, and I figured there was because I didn't see that the side folding mirrors were in, correct?
That's right. That's exactly right.
Driver's door unlocked.
So if I want, I can just press the lock button right here, and
Pick up the focus on the back there.
and it just asks me for the PIN one more time. And then if you want to,
So it's connecting. It's processing that request. There we go. Success.
and we'll watch on the car.
Are we excited? This is so exciting. All right, let's do a start engine.
Okay.
So we're gonna do connecting.
And again, he's already put his PIN in.
Contacting vehicle, sending
I
request.
see the lights flashing. And the car started.
And the car has
And there she
started.
goes.
So I want to note that the car has started just a few seconds before you actually get success. So sometimes if people are doing this inside their home and they can't hear that their engine has started, they may be wondering about the timing of it. So you will get success once it has actually started. So keep that in mind. Now we have our countdown.
And it's a real countdown.
Yes, on the demo mode, it goes through the countdown really quickly, so you don't do the actual 10 minutes. Now, if you want to practice at home, I want to make sure that you know that giving your app command after command after command is not a good idea. Because just like any other computer, it can get kind of bogged down. So you want to make sure that you allow it to complete a command. Or if you stop the engine, that then you give a new command.
Right.
So you don't want to have multiple commands in a row that it hasn't had time to complete. So make sure you get that where it says success. Okay?
Yeah, because the whole time you'll see that thing spinning because it's still thinking,
Yes,
hey, I'm trying
yes.
to process this request. And you don't, again, like you said, you don't want to jump into a new request before that has processed.
Exactly,
Okay.
exactly. Jason.
And I know Jason has used the guest driver account because he doesn't let anyone drive his car. So,
Hi, guys.
again, we talked a little bit about that mode and Ferris Bueller being it could have avoided all this for us.
We would have no Ferris Bueller movie
Yeah.
if this existed.
If this was it. So, anything else about the app that you think that you use?
One thing that I didn't mention earlier that I do like is the notifications that my car sends me.
Right.
The other day, I came home and I had a whole bunch of groceries to unload. And I came inside, I just took everything out of the trunk, came inside the house, and I got a notification on my phone a few minutes after I came inside. I was still in the middle of putting all my stuff away. I wasn't really thinking about it.
Right.
The car let me know that I forgot to lock it.
Nice.
That was really nice.
So, did you go back out to your car to lock it, or did you just lock it right there on your phone?
Actually, Eric, all I had to do was take out the phone, press the lock
That's
button.
right. There we go.
Didn't have to worry about it.
That's right.
So this is something that's really good to keep in mind for people who park their car in a garage and they leave the doors unlocked.
Found it.
There's a car over there.
There it is.
So if you do park your car in your garage and you like to leave your doors unlocked, just know that you're going to get notified about that. But
Yeah.
that's okay, because all the other times that you're parking your vehicle, you'll know that if your Lexus is telling you that it is unlocked, it's
And
because
make
it's
sure you
unlocked.
switch it to push notifications instead of those
Yes.
emails, because you will fill up your
Absolutely.
mailbox pretty quick if you don't do that.
And
so.
the good news is now push is the default. So texting is the default, which is so great.
And I don't want to say it was all of us working on it, and by us I mean Melissa trying to get them to switch that, but
My team! Yay! Well, thank you so much for joining us today.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. Jason, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Being here.
And utilizing your car as our guinea pig.
Happy to do it.
So,
The Eric and Melissa Show, also known as Tech Tip Tuesday.
See you next. What are we going over next week?
I don't know. What do you want to go over next week? What do you guys want to go over next week?
Let's get some questions and answers.
You please let us know. So send us comments on Facebook.
That's
You can
right.
message us. You can post right on our page.
You know,
can
maybe
post a comment
midweek.
after this.
Yeah, midweek. Let's
Yeah.
maybe say, hey, have you guys been thinking about what your Tech Tip Tuesday
I
recommendation
love that
is?
idea. We have some ideas, but we want to hear also what your ideas are.
That's a great
so
idea.
thank you all
Thanks,
so much
guys.
for watching. We'll see you next time at Northside Lexus
That's
Tech
right.
Tip Tuesday.
Have a good day.
Bye.